Hello everyone, my name is Liliana Jimenez. I am to talk about the interactive listening and speaking materials for the English language. Presentation. The purpose of the video is to mention some recommendations for designing, speaking, and listening activities in face-to-face and online environments in order to improve student skills. Objectives. The teaching interactive materials to create English activities for face-to-face and online environment. Recognize recommendations for strengthening and improving listening and speaking skills. In the first time, there are 5 listening tips to design listening activities for face-to-face environment. In the number 1 is intensive listening. The materials can be created taking into account listening styles such as dictation, error detection, and simultaneous interpretation. And the number 2 is interactive listening, refers to conversational interaction between listeners and speakers, and the collaborative conversation materials can be created to force the listening comprehension. In the number 3 is the extensive listening. You can do activities for a period of time, for example, watch movies and listen to podcasts. In the number 4 is the responsive listening. You can ask questions, give orders, and ask for clarification. And then number 5 is collaborative activities. It's autonomous listening. Collaborative activities can be created and student grade each other. The teacher does not intervene in the activities. In the second time, there are 5 listening tips to design listening activities for online environment. In the number 1 is the listen to audio recordings. Here you can create activities based on podcasts. Use record it and alone to the internet, for example, Vocaro. In the number 2 is the listen to music or news. It is recommended to listen to music or news. For example, in BBC, listening minute or tech tops. In the number 3 is the listening to stories or tales. It is recommended to listen to online stories or audiobooks. In the number 4 is the listening to movies. It's recommended to listen the movies in English. You can listen to movies in English. In the number 5 is karaoke. This activity helps development listening skills. Continue with the 5 speaking tips to design speaking activities for face-to-face environment. There are 5 tips. In the first is read stories. You can read these stories. In the number 2 is the personal presentation activities. For example, the interactive between persons. In the number 3 is the role play, and the number 4 is the phone reading, and then number 5 is describe images. And continue with the 5 speaking tips to design and speaking activities for online environments. There are 5 tips for online environments. In the number 1 is English. Is this for practice the skills. In the number 2 is a phonetic focus. In the number 3 is aprende English with Sila. And the number 4 is screencast on active. And the number 5 is burning. In conclusion, the listening and speaking skills are essential in the English language. The duty of teacher is to provide interactive and didactic materials where the student can develop their skills to the full pace. With this activity, we were able to recognize and identify some tools with which we can create activities for face-to-face and online environments. And in implementing didactic material during the teaching and learning of the English language give way to meaningful learning. This is the reference. Thank you for your attention.